Expungement is a legal process that allows you to obtain a clean slate when it comes to your criminal record. Many people expunge their criminal record in an effort to obtain new employment or housing. It is important to note that not every charge is eligible for an expungement. The Kentucky legislature determines when and what charges may be expunged. Generally speaking, only the following people may apply to have their criminal records expunged. First, a person who has been convicted or found guilty of a misdemeanor charge or a series of charges or violations coming from a single incident. And second, a person who has been charged with a criminal offense but was either found not guilty or the charge was dismissed with prejudice. A common misunderstanding in criminal expungement cases is what criminal charges can actually be expunged. Instead of going through the long list of charges that can be expunged, an easier way is to tell you what cannot be expunged. The following charges cannot be expunged in Kentucky: felony convictions with the exception of Class D felony drug offenses, offenses that involve children, or offenses that are of a sexual nature may not be expunged in the state of Kentucky. If you have a felony conviction on your record, you are generally not eligible to have your misdemeanor charges expunged. Traffic offenses, charges from other states. To have these charges expunged, you must complete that state's process for expungement. Federal or military charges, misdemeanor charges. If you were convicted or found guilty of a misdemeanor offense, you must wait 5 years after the conviction date before you can apply for an expungement. This 5-year period does not begin until the completion of your sentence, which includes any probation time. Please note, during this 5-year period, you cannot have been convicted of any other misdemeanor or violation of the law. Also, at the time of filing your petition, you cannot have any current criminal charges or proceedings against you. Felony convictions are generally not eligible for an expungement. If you have been convicted of a felony charge and wish to have it expunged, please consult with a private attorney. However, if you were charged with a felony and the charge was later dismissed with prejudice, you may be eligible to have that record expunged. If your charge was dismissed with prejudice, you only have to wait 60 days before filing your motion. Remember, your expungement will not be granted just because you petition the court to have it done. Even if you file all the right paperwork and appear in court on time, the outcome of your criminal expungement is ultimately up to the judge. When filing a petition for criminal record expungement, you will be known as the petitioner. The first step in filing for a criminal record expungement is to obtain your criminal record. This can be done by filling out an AOC PT-49 form. These forms are available online at the Kentucky Administrative Office of the Court's website. Fill out the form and send it in with a $15 check or money order made out to the Kentucky State Treasurer and mailed to the Administrative Office of the Courts, Pretrial Services, Records Division, 100 Mill Creek Park, Frankfort, Kentucky 40601. Be sure to include a self-addressed, stamped envelope for a return reply. Certain older offenses may also require that a background check be ran through the Kentucky State Police. To do this, you must send your request form in writing to the State Police. The request form can be found online at the Kentucky State Police homepage under their Forms section. Then click the Background Check tab, then Employment, fill out the form, print it, and send it to the following address: Kentucky State Police Headquarters, Room 102, 919 Versailles Road, Frankfort, Kentucky 40601. Once you have received your criminal records, determine which records you are eligible to have expunged. Then you will need to complete the proper paperwork and turn it in at your circuit court clerk's office. This paperwork includes your petition for expungement and redocket forms. Make sure you have a valid photo ID with you when turning in these forms. Your redocket form will be returned to you. Then make sure you bring this to court on your assigned date. You may have to pay a filing fee depending on the outcome of the charge that you are having expunged. If you are found guilty of the charge, you are required to pay a $100 fee per criminal charge. If you are acquitted of the charges or they were dismissed with prejudice, there is no filing fee. On your petition for expungement, you will need to include every government agency that may have a copy of your criminal record. You definitely need to list the agency that arrested you. The following is a list of agencies that may possess your criminal records: the Administrative Office of the Courts, the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, the Kentucky State Police, your local police department, your local Department of Corrections, your local Expungement and Information Processing Department. The Circuit Court Clerk will notarize your petition when you turn it in. Finally, make sure you have been assigned a day to appear in court before you leave the clerk's office. Once you have your court date, the most important thing you can do is be there. At this point, you have paid too much money and spent too much time to not appear in court. Make sure you are on time and dress as if you are going to church or a job interview. Always address the judge as Your Honor and be polite. Then wait your turn to speak. Never interrupt the judge while he or she is speaking to you. The judge will review your file and ultimately determine whether your petition for expungement will be granted. A judge may deny your petition for many reasons. If your petition is denied, you may or may not be able to reapply to have your record expunged at a later date. This decision is also up to the judge, who hears your case. If your petition is granted, congratulations. You have successfully had any record of the offense sealed. Remember, if your expungement is granted, it only seals the state's records to that particular offense. Each petition can only pertain to one criminal case. If you have numerous criminal cases, you must file a separate petition for each one, including paying a separate filing fee for each charge. After the judge grants your expungement, the following actions will occur to complete the process. First, a review of court order is performed to verify accuracy. Second, a check of court records is conducted for any outstanding bench warrants or summons in the case. Third, certified copies of the expungement order is sent to the defendant, the Department of Corrections, Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, the Kentucky State Police, and any other law enforcement agency that has information on the case. The case is then sealed. Please note, the defendant should do a recheck in 4 to 6 weeks to ensure the expunged information was removed from the arresting agencies. This concludes our video on the criminal record expungement process. Should you have any additional questions, please contact your local legal aid office or visit our website at www.kyjustice.org. Thank you for visiting our website and for watching this video.